Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 111 days from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that, yes, we do know that this film is going to be a revelation movie with a lot of different twists and turns and surprises that will change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies within the Skywalker saga itself. And with that being said, Episode 9 really is, at the end of the day, going to be a vital movie to the Skywalker saga and exactly how it's all going to tie everything together by J.J. Abrams. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that D23 was a very important time for marketing The Rise of Skywalker, as well as Good Morning America with the release of the second teaser trailer. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and what's really exciting about Darth Vader's role is, of course, what we actually learned over at D23 and what J.J. Abrams had to say briefly about Vader's role in The Rise of Skywalker to a certain extent. Now, what's really intriguing about all of this is that J.J. Abrams states that with The Force Awakens, Darth Vader's influence on Kylo Ren was an idea that was teased in the film that will be used in numerous and different ways for Kylo Ren's character development in The Rise of Skywalker, that it will be vital to Kylo Ren's storytelling from the beginning to the end of the film. JJ also explains that Darth Vader's legacy will also be the core of the story in the First Order origins that will be explored at some point in the plot that will tie everything together. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the footage that was actually teased over at D23 before they unveiled the actual teaser trailer number 2. There was indeed footage that showed Darth Vader's melted helmet inside of some kind of cryo-freeze chamber that Kylo Ren is opening up, and a lot of fans are wondering exactly how Darth Vader's presence in the form of a figurative ghost at some points in the movie are really going to have so much of an impact on Kylo Ren's development as a character. Now, like I say, this was all done in The Force Awakens in a very small way. Like JJ said, it was teased, and now, and of course, The Rise of Skywalker, it's going to be used in different ways, which, by the way, connects to the leaks that we have gone over about Darth Vader's melted armor, his charred armor actually being seen in The Rise of Skywalker, being pretty much stood up like a scarecrow on a pole of some kind, where Kylo Ren eventually puts the melted helmet on there, where it looks like an actual Darth Vader figure in the background. Now, that is actually said to be used within Kylo Ren's throne room / his chamber, where all of the Knights of Ren are going to deliver pieces of Darth Vader's armor to Kylo Ren, as well as pieces of his lightsaber in this movie. So you can really see where this is really going in order to inspire Kylo Ren, in order to really influence him to focus on the dark side further, and to really just open up his opportunities and open up his potential to become fully embraced with the dark side of the Force by carrying on his grandfather's legacy. Now, with that being said, like I've always said before in the past, that Star Wars as a whole, the heart of the story really is all about Luke, Anakin, Vader. You know, it really is at the end of the day. It started with the prequels, it pretty much ended with the originals, and somewhat continued on its way into the sequels. The fact that Darth Vader, you know, his legacy was the direct reason as to why Kylo Ren was fully embraced with the dark side of the Force and why he continued going on that path, and how Snoke was able to use that as a manipulation technique, you can really see how even Vader indirectly turned Kylo Ren to the dark side. So with that being said, this movie does have a lot going for itself. It really does have the chance to mark itself down as the best film of the sequel trilogy, and maybe even a fan favorite of the Skywalker saga. That's another big, possibility for this film, is that it really is going to be a legendary movie if, of course, J.J. Abrams is able to explore, very good and very precise, I guess you could say, writing in the movie that's going to actually resonate with fans and make a lot of sense. I think the thing that I'm really looking forward to is how JJ and George Lucas allowed many of the actors, like Mark Hamill, for example, to improvise. There was a lot of dialogue that the actors were able to make on the fly, and they were able to do this and come up with their own lines of dialogue. However, that was geared toward mainly, the main characters like Luke, Rey, Kylo, etc. And I think that's going to be the more exciting element, is to see exactly what the actors and actresses will come up with in The Rise of Skywalker Skywalker that's really going to make it feel more true to their own character and how they actually vision them. Now, Mark Hamill, I gotta say, great actor, he's a great guy, and he really knows how the character of Luke should be handled. So the fact that they let him choose his own lines of dialogue for some scenes in this movie, I think is a big deal. I think that is a step in the right direction by Disney and Lucasfilm, letting Mark Hamill do what he wants to do, at least for a scene or two, to really give us a very accurate version of an older version of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9 to properly end this massive saga that started back in 77. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.